how's it going? I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today on Anime Reaction, we watched the 5th episode of Keijo! If you want to check out our reaction to the 5th episode of Keijo, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comments section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga. And don't forget to like and share our videos.
And
thanks for watching.
So on this episode of Keijo, okay, I'll stop that now.
Please do.
We got the finale of the advancement
races.
Yep.
The big match between Nozomi and Tone.
Fujisaki.
Fujoshi, yes. Kotone Fujoshi.
Yeah, basically, she's a Fujoshi.
She dreams, thinks, and pretty much speaks in BL.
Yeah. She also has no interest in Keijo.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I mean, it's
a family thing, and she's gonna do it for money, but she doesn't really care.
Just like in Gay, she works to support her hobby.
It's work for her.
So we get the good old-fashioned cliche of upstart rookie kind of igniting the fire again, kind of igniting some passions for the sport. In an epic Titanic tussle. Oh man. Who names their ass? I mean,
Sarah-chan.
Sarah-chan. Who talks to their ass?
She does.
And pets it like it's an actual dog. And then, who emits a glowing aura of a wolf or dog's head. Yeah, totally normal.
I would love to, at least the last part. The other two parts,
You're welcome for the imagery.
but glowing a wolf warrior? Are you fucking kidding me?
Out of your ass.
Out of your ass.
Are you? Period.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I wouldn't mind you being able to do that around my fist or around my.
Yeah,
I know that.
It have to be around your ass.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the catch. It has to be
I
around
don't
your ass.
care.
Well, there you go.
It would still be awesome.
You'd walk backward everywhere.
Yeah. Just strutting it out. There you go.
Anyway, the fight was really awesome. It was really drawn out as you would expect a fight with the main character would be.
Yeah, it was like, what, half the episode? A good load of it.
It was a vast majority of the episode.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was a finale of the fights, so.
Yeah, that was a big deal. Because, I mean, yeah.
Nozomi gets to show off her new
technique, new and improved technique.
And that tight ass.
Light and tight.
Yep.
Nice, light and tight.
All right. But yeah, at the end of it, I mean, she wins.
Okay, that was really epic where they have the like ass-to-ass contact, and you get the wolf or the dog head, and then the force field or whatever, and then, just the look on Cerberus-chan's face.
Yeah, he bit off more than he could chew. I honestly think he was just enjoying himself, but.
Oh, no. The vibrating hip attack.
Oh my god,
I'm fairly certain she enjoyed the hell out of that.
Super twerk.
The hypersonic twerking. Turbo twerk.
That's about as close as pornographic as I want to get in this.
Well, I'll say, yeah, I mean, Nozomi, in that when she came to the end of her turbo twerking, she was 90 degrees away from scissoring, so it was showing right up there.
Yeah, honestly, like, as sexual as the show is, fan servicey, this is like as far as I'd like it to go into that kind of realm. Because even that kind of did make me feel a little bit uncomfortable because that's not what this show's about. Surprisingly enough, like that did go on the almost too far spectrum for me.
Almost.
There are many different levels of fan service.
Yeah.
But this one is definitely within the realms of possibility for this sport.
The turbo twerking?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just the whole showing her
Crotch shots.
turbo twerking and giving her opponent pleasure. I felt that it was a little
too much, perhaps, or
I feel that this anime doesn't necessarily need to go that route with the fan service.
maybe not that. Well, maybe it could stay on that route, but just not go that far down it. But
I think that that's about the limits of where it should go.
agreed. Well,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's between that and like all the battle damage because of the vacuum blast cannon.
like-
You're entering hentai territory.
There's a difference in fan service here between, say, like this and, say, High School DxD, where you know that High School DxD is going to be sexual.
Yeah.
Like really sexual.
About the pleasure.
Yeah. And so, you get moments in that where the girls are, doing the...
Like sucking on
Basically,
fingers.
Yeah, basically going O-face. And that's fine for that show because that's what you expect from that show.
But I think that if we actually... I'm sorry, go ahead, continue.
But this show, I don't think, should use that type of fan service. I don't think that it really needs to.
I think that it was quick enough and it was within their own possibility. So, I mean, it's not like it was over-exaggerated like they would have in High School DxD.
It wasn't as overtly sexual.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just... They should have just kind of kept it. I think they could have not used the crotch shot, that rather extremely close-up crotch shot at the end. Just keep it to the funny, little gag of both the asses jiggling, and just kept it at that.
I think that if you actually go back and you watch that part, it didn't last that long.
That's true. It was just a little...
It was literally gone within...
Well, within the time it took for me to say, "Oh, hello," and then there was another scene.
Yeah, I think that it should have just stuck with the ass shot. If it stuck with the ass shot and then also had what's her name?
Katone?
No, Hanabi.
Oh, okay.
Hanabi saying, she's very sensitive downstairs.
Oh, it's a little snarky.
If it stuck with the ass shot but still had that line, I think it would have been okay.
Okay.
Or if it did the shot of the crotch but it didn't have that line, I think it would have been okay.
Maybe that's
But
it,
I think it went a little too overboard. And I don't want to say that this show is too classy for this, because it's not. It's not classy at all.
At all, no. It's total smut, but...
I don't know. That scene was a little too much, I think.
I think it was just enough.
Just at the... Alright, so you think it was over the limit. You say it's on the line, pretty much?
Yeah, I'm pretty much like, if there's any more unsolicited groping, because we've had that once in this series. But other than that, this is the only other time that we've had something that involves pleasuring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think, I agree with both of you. The series could do well to kind of leave a little bit more to the imagination, I think. Because I mean, yeah, if that whole if the turbo twerking scene just ended with the funny shot of them, their asses wiggling, and then Hanabi's little snide remark, I'd be like, nice. Just kind of leave it at that, and I think that would be good. But
that's just my thoughts on the subject.
Yeah, but I think that's like pretty much the major gripe all three of us have with this episode.
I have no gripes with this episode. I enjoyed every minute.
Well, this is the closest thing to a gripe we have.
That's the only thing we can really... the one little thing. And then you had the, obviously Kazane was going to be very upset about her loss.
Right.
And then it does really fit her character what happened towards the end, where she's basically already packed up and ready to go, thinking that she's going to be that she's going to be kicked out of the school.
Outrage!
And well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, you get characters like that. You get people like that in real life. Where
it's
me actually, I always think of like the worst possible scenario. So
Stop that. I'm tired of hearing you in your sleep.
So I mean, to be completely honest, that probably would have been me right there.
maybe we should record him in his sleep, make it a video. Maybe entertaining.
No.
Be too depressing, probably.
Is that a leaf blower or is Nozomi twerking again? That being said, we have a Keijo stadium in our neighborhood? Fuck yes!
Are we good?
Think it's about far away?
Yeah.
Good enough.
Where were we?
Alright, so
Alba coming back.
Alba's departure and coming back. And that's
But yeah, so I mean that probably would have been me in that scenario, to be honest. Like I tend to be that way, where I think of the worst possible scenario.
I get that way a fair bit.
Because I mean, I guess usually in my mind it's like, well, if I think of the worst possible scenario, then whatever actually happens will probably be okay.
Until you find out that the worst scenario is not worse. That's when it gets really bad.
Or that the worst scenario is worse than what you think.
Yeah. But
it just makes you more depressed.
Yeah.
Anyway, she didn't need to be worried because she showed excellent leadership. It really... I don't like making comparisons to Shonen Jump anime that often, but it really reminds me of the Chunin exams.
Same here.
Where, spoiler alert? I don't know. That part of the anime is like over 10 years old at this point, I think.
What anime are you talking about?
Naruto.
Oh.
Yeah, then again,
so if you haven't seen it already and you had planned to, sorry, too late.
We might as well just tag spoiler alert to every episode of Anime Reaction.
Pretty much.
Because of all the references we drop. So
in the Chunin exams, towards the end of them, they go through fights, I guess to show off their skills, to show that they're ready to become Chunin, which is the next level of ninja.
Yeah.
And in the Chunin exams, it's shown in the show. Shikamaru, right? Is the guy. Yeah, Shikamaru has a match that he actually ends up forfeiting, but because of the qualities that he showed during the match, he's actually the only person who gets promoted.
He knew, he managed the match well, did everything he could, but the big thing, the big kicker, was in the end, he knew when to fold and to abort the mission, which is what you want as a ninja. You want to live to fight another day.
Yeah, he also showed excellent potential for leadership. And saying as Chunin, when you're a Chunin, that's the time that you start getting leadership roles.
There you go. Unlike Naruto, who was reckless, a total idiot. What kind of ninja wears orange? Fucking retard. He fought Neji, a tooth and nail, standard shonen fight, and didn't get promoted, even though he won.
Well, nobody won. Nobody got promoted
except
other than Shikamaru.
You're right. Yeah.
So. I think that I almost saw her coming up with everybody else coming. Like I saw it coming.
Oh, I'm talking about Alba. Yeah. Promotion.
I didn't know how. I figured it would be
Ujibe.
Seal.
But Miss Siren Teacher, I figured she was gonna pull at least a string or two and try just get them all up.
And that normally would have kind of I guess, miffed me a little bit. But the other two teachers did call her out on it, and she does have a motive. She does have a reason.
And at the same time, like, we have a problem with how Alba lost.
Still.
Like, a legit problem.
She's like one of the smartest, she's like the tactician of Room 309.
And she literally got cheated.
She has, she got warped.
Not only that, but it was revealed in this episode that Mio used a forbidden technique, which actually apparently is still not illegal in pro Keijo, which I still find to be bullshit. Well, basically, I think it's bullshit because it would make the matches unwatchable, and it would be a detriment to the sport. So you'd see it used like once, and then the next year they would create rules against it, like they do in every actual real sports league in the world.
Yeah, anytime there's a real game, well, it's a game changer. Game-changing tactics.
Yeah, didn't they do that with the Diamond and the NFL? No, not the NFL. The NHL.
Oh, I actually don't know how that whole deal was. Yeah, the 1-3-1 formation in professional ice hockey. I don't know exactly how they ruled it, but it's still very unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. Actually, one that was recent that I know of in the NFL, in American football, was they changed the rule over this past offseason where if a quarterback slips, he cannot get back up and throw the ball. He can get back up and run if he hasn't been touched, but he can't get back up and throw the ball because it looks as though he gave himself up to like the defenders running out in the field.
Right.
But then he could get back up and the receivers, have run like 5-10 yards away from their defenders. They made that rule because actually multiple times in the postseason, Peyton Manning slipped on poor turf, and then got back up and threw to open receivers.
Oh, okay.
Because he managed to fall just in a way that he avoided the defender that was coming at him.
Broncos.
That's an interesting rule change. Kind of a little bit different than what we would be dealing with here, where it'd be a new tactic that isn't really sportsmanlike. But
Yeah.
That's an example of a rule change and how a real sports league would
address it.
Yeah, would address it.
But Ujibe and probably a couple other teachers found that unsportsmanlike conduct distasteful, and they did forbid her from using that technique.
Yeah, and then she used it anyway. Honestly, the moment that she started using the technique, because it's pretty fucking obvious.
Match done.
Yeah, they should have just called the match right there.
Yep.
But the plot demanded it. So there you go. That's where we're
but because what was it, Mio?
Yeah.
Because Mio was caught cheating, she was punished, and
Ouch.
Alba was
sipping Seiza with weights on your lap. Classic, but ow.
It's not even the worst way I've seen it.
No, Bakken Test was worse.
Well, a lot of anime, it'll show like the old-fashioned torture, making the person sit Seiza on a platform that has they're not really spikes, but
zigzag.
Like,
zigzag. Yeah.
Kind of like our audio foam is, but I don't
it's
think
out of
you guys
shot.
can see it.
But you can imagine audio foam.
But
has
yeah,
a
like
triangular-
pyramid or triangles.
Yeah.
But sitting on a platform like that, then they get weight put on their legs.
Usually stone slabs.
Yeah.
Her case was a bunch of books, and then two
dumbbells.
Two dumbbells.
But still, yeah.
It still hurt.
But
my knees hurt thinking about it.
Yeah. Alba advanced to the elite class long
all of room,
else.
Yeah, all of Room 309 advance, and we learn at the end of the episode that Ujibe is planning something for Nozomi. She pretty much wants to keep the posse around so Nozomi grows as a Keijo player.
Yeah, she's also trying to prepare their academy to go against the Eastern Academy. I actually still call a little bit of bullshit on Known advancing because she didn't win that match by anything
That's true.
of her own doing.
That is true. And again, the Chunin exam logic applies. You can win, you can lose and still advance if it's a good win. You can win and still not advance if it's a bad win.
Yeah,
Or a good
and in this case, I don't think that she should have advanced.
I agree.
I just think that maybe they should have put a little bit more thought into how she won her match, rather than just.
It did seem pretty lazy, yeah.
It was the laziest one.
Definitely.
I mean, basically, it's like, oh well, the other player came straight at her and bounced off her ass.
Cheapens her role. I mean, she is kind of a butt monkey in this group. I mean, totally not intended, actually. I mean, you got Nozomi as your lead. You know, Alba's the tactician. Sak is kind of your speedy, roguish type. And then you have your comic relief.
Your white mage.
White mage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, with all the massages, that'd be Alba too. You do not fuck with the white mage.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, so they all advanced, so
Woohoo.
I'm hoping that we at least get some gratuitous shots of them enjoying being in the elite class. You know, like at breakfast or whatever.
Nozomi is definitely going to pig out on gelato. You already know. But not next episode. Next episode, we're going to Kyoto, apparently.
Yeah. I'm wondering if they're running time forward and going with that fight against the Eastern School.
Maybe.
I hope that they don't do that because I do feel that there should be some time in between the two arcs.
To at least try to get the characters.
Well, I think that this might be like a training camp deal where the elite class goes and has some extracurricular training that's not necessarily the norm.
Yeah, I mean, that's entirely possible, but so.
But I think that wraps it up for our episode review.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Before we take off here, apparently it was brought to my attention that
Now we are like 3 weeks late on this, but
we are quite a bit late on this. But apparently, Miss Louise Minch,
a feminist,
has posted on her website, which I don't really want to get into exactly what happened with her and her website, but the article that she posted in general, literally attacking otaku culture in general, and attacking women in general. Like that, her article, boobs and butt fighting and anime Keijo isn't just misogynist, it's child porn. That is literally the title of the video.
yeah,
So, in Keijo, everybody is 18.
at least.
At least. And they had to be 18 to join up to this professional school.
Yeah, this is post-secondary education.
Yep.
So everyone even depicted. Let's not get into the issue of this being animation, not real.
Yeah, despite even if they were 17 or even younger, they're still not real. First of all,
Yeah, I mean,
but
we
they are
do
still
know
depicted
that.
as being 18.
What's her name?
Louise
Yeah,
Minch.
we know that, Miss Minch. We're not stupid. We know it's fake.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently you don't, but
Anyway, the really big problem that I have with this article is her closing statement, her closing paragraph.
Oh.
And I quote, "So yeah, on this one, I fear the fax minimists and feminists, Feminists and feminists are going to wind up on the same side, and quite honestly, if you're a bloke who likes mud wrestling porn, maybe you should grow up and get out of the comics section. And if you can't even do that, at least try and make sure your animations don't feature women who look suspiciously like girls. That was her closing statement of this article, and I brought my fingers up because, you know, growing up and getting out of the comment section.
Yeah, the comics section.
There are people, I am one of them, who use this to escape the reality that I have been forced upon in my life.
How old's Stan Lee again?
Right.
You know,
And he'll make more money in 10 minutes than you'll ever make.
right?
Probably in your life. Especially
But,
with that women's study degree.
you know, most of my life, I didn't like what was going on in reality. And so I dove into comics and anime and sci-fi and stuff like that.
It's like all art. It's escapism.
Yeah.
God, lay off.
Same with video games. And quite honestly, this is fiction.
We know that.
Well, that ending statement is just typical feminist shaming.
Yeah.
That is true. And also,
Tactics.
yeah, women with bodies of girls and all that.
Oh,
Isn't that
the
body
other thing
shaming?
that she talked about in her article was the fact that Miata has small boobs, so she must be a representation of a prepubescent girl.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
That's
you.
literally like saying that's literally her saying that the majority of Asian people, that the majority of any girl that has a tiny frame,
Any woman.
any woman that has a tiny frame, that they are not allowed to be adults, that they are, you know,
Yeah, that they just
That
look
they're
like
lesser.
that they're lesser. That they just look like children.
yep.
Wow, that's ageist. That is sexist. Borderline racist, because she is supposed to be a nice representation of a typical Asian woman. And that's body shaming.
Yeah, that is literally, you have literally,
You've offended Miata on 4 levels, and she is an imaginary character. So, who's the one who needs to grow up and get out of the comic section?
I mean, we literally like went through this episode, and I could name one little instance that we have a little conflict on,
Right.
and you know we've discussed this, but overall, the fan service in this fan service anime is tasteful
For what it is.
for what it is. I mean, the ripped clothes are not over the top. I mean, it did once, but
Wait till the Blu-rays come out.
I mean, it's
So it had the characters naked, I think, twice, which for this sort of anime is like record-breaking almost. And one of those was a quick, like, 2-second flash where their swimsuits were ripped.
Thank you.
And the other one was when they were just getting out of the bath, and it didn't show anything there either. Other than that is literally just them in, by the way, swimsuits that would pass in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like, literally, these swimsuits are no more skimpy than what the International Olympic Committee has put forth for the official swimsuits for female swimmers to wear at the goddamn Olympics.
Beach volleyball bikinis show more skin.
yep.
But still,
And then we have a locker room groping scene, and then we have this vibrating butt attack.
and then the asses go kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog, maybe fighting against Shadow. That's what I kind of
that's not.
Well, no, he's talking about the moments that are a little bit over the top.
Yeah, that's a little bit
over
over top. We got the unsolicited groping by Rin on known a few episodes back.
And also, lest anyone think that we're automatically, supporting a rapist just because we disagree with the feminists. Sexual assault is not cool.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
That is a slight problem.
I just had to address it. Go on.
Yeah. It's locker room shenanigans. It shouldn't be passable, but... And then we have, the hip vibrating attack, which is weird, unusual, but possible. So,
Yes, if you could vibrate your hips that fast.
You'd be very surprised.
Actually, well, yeah.
I've experienced as such.
Tahitian dancers. What's the dance called? The tamore? Yeah, I think they could achieve speeds close to that, actually. Look it up.
It's pretty weird.
It's pretty awesome is what it is.
Oh, my experience is pretty weird.
Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, literally everything about this anime makes sense for the universe that it's in.
It's a pervy world.
But it's not even that bad.
It's not even that bad.
It's just it's so like, how to put this? It goes like so over the top. Like the eroticism in here is like so funny and over the top that it kind of comes full circle, and that kind of makes it tame compared to other series we've seen.
Exactly. This is probably one of the tamer anime that we were watching this season.
Damn. Oh. Definitely, maybe not this season, but it's definitely one of the tamers that we've watched, period.
And especially for what it is. It is a joke on sumo wrestling, on fan service, and sports anime in general.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a joke that happens to involve TNA. Look at Benny Hill.
Luis Mensch. You should go look elsewhere to attack anime for child porn. Keijo is not child porn.
It's not even fucking close.
Yeah.
Nope, not even. So,
yeah,
you're wrong.
Sorry. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry for my rants on, bullshit people.
Long, yes, but such bullshit has to be met, and not with a whole lot of civility either.
Yep. So, yeah, I have no problem. I have no problem with women's rights. I have no problems with gender equality and shit like that. I have a problem with the way that some people go through it. This is not. This is not the right way.
Anyway.
Let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's gonna do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
Yeah, I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.
And go ahead and click on my face to go to our Otaku Saga Talks First Impressions Fall 2016 Part 1.
Check out my face and click on it if you want to go to LS Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the white to subscribe to Otaku Saga and check out our new and improved Patreon page.
Yeah.
Who the hell wants to check out your face?
You'd be surprised.
Click on my face.
People scouting for horror films.